I'm sitting here with Jim Salter, which is very rare to be able to sit down with the owner, especially as accomplished as you, Jim, to be able to tell us a bit more about this special home that he has built. So, Jim, could you kind of let us know a little bit about your background before we start talking about the home here?
Sure. So I owned a international construction management firm. We built some of the largest resorts and projects in the world. We're involved with Hudson Yard, Grand Pier, with Mayor Daley in Chicago, numerous Ritz-Carltons, Four Seasons, Marriott, Hilton residences, etc., all over the world. We built in 5 continents, and I sold the company in 2013 and then stayed on as chairman of the board for 8 more years. It was really built to be a young person's entertainment home, and recently we decided that it's too large a home for just 2 people to live, so we elected, rather than to live here, we live in this community, we decided that it was best that somebody younger with children would be better suited, or somebody who does a lot of entertainment. This home is built totally different than any other home in MacDonald Highlands, let alone probably most of Las Vegas. The home is built exclusively with structural steel framing and poured in place concrete. We wanted a very modern, authentic look. All of the concrete, as you can see from the front of the house and the back, is exposed, as well as the structural beams. Wood in the valley, with our extreme temperatures being in the 30s last night, and then 126 in August. Wood tends to contract and expand. I really wanted a house that was very, very maintenance-free and structurally secure. All of the exterior walls that are not 12-inch solid concrete are made with structural steel studs bonded to 8 inches of high-density foam. All of the windows, and by the way, the windows are the largest windows you're allowed to use in the valley. The glass is 12 feet tall, and the ceilings are, as you can tell, over 12 feet. And all of the glass is E-rated, and the house is positioned due north, which in Las Vegas is critical if you want to reduce your energy costs. So I used a flying roof. No matter where you are, anywhere near this property, you cannot see the solar panels that are on the roof. This house is equipped with 68 solar panels, and so the insulation factor with the E-glass facing north, so this area here never gets direct sunlight. The only area is the stairway, which we wanted to be lit up. So as a result, you can comfortably sit on the outside decks at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and you're totally protected from the sun. If you want sun, then you've got your swimming pool and your barbecue areas. Just to give you an example, during construction, when we were doing all the finishes in August and September, we had the air conditioning running at 74 degrees 24 hours a day, and we had all of the lights on because you needed the lights for doing the high finishes. Our electric bill for the month of August was plus or minus $58. Wow. Our energy bill in September was $18. We have very little heat loss here. The R values are excellent. And secondly, all the floors, including the roof, and each floor is also bonded structural steel, 8 to 12 inches, depending on the area, of high-density foam to help with sound transmission as well as energy efficiency. The excavation of this property took 6 months. I wanted a downslope lot so that your views just become more and more extraordinary. On the third floor, the living area, dining, master bedroom, you have an unobstructed view directly down the strip, but you also have a beautiful view of the desert valley. Quite extensive, and the view is straight north, which is right up the 15 corridor you're looking at. Now, the other thing that was important is I didn't want a house way up on the mountain. It takes as much as 20 minutes to drive from the gate to some of those houses. You know, if you've been out to dinner or you visited a friend, you've had a couple of cocktails, you might want to think twice. I wanted to be where you were just inside the gates, but still had the extraordinary views, and we really captured that with this house. It's been a lot of fun, and like I said, I was going to live here. I built it for me, and then, my wife and I decided that it really needs to be a younger person's home that probably has some children or somebody who wants a home for entertainment. So it was just too big a home for the two of us.
And what is the message that you want to send to the buyer when they first walk into this home?
Well, I guess the key factor is I built it for myself. I didn't build it to sell. You know, when you're 75 years old, all of a sudden reality strikes and you're thinking, just two of us in our 70s, it's not a house for that age group. This is a house for somebody under 60, family or large or does a lot of corporate or personal entertainment. Because we were building it for ourselves, we didn't nickel and dime the project. And you'll notice that all of the cabinets in this house are made by Doka from Europe. If you know anything about them, they're one of the finest, if not the finest cabinet maker in the world. And it really made a major difference. It took a long time to get them because they were so custom, but as you can see from the bar, they're spectacular. And everything here is stone. You won't ever see any formicas or anything like that. We used large format tile, 4x4 flooring. We're really proud of it. We did some interesting things. You'll see a laundry chute from the third floor right into the laundry. You'll see something that I think is really important, and that is we have a powder room on every floor. So on the second floor, we have a powder room. You don't go into someone's bedroom to lay your coats or use the restroom. Third floor, same thing, powder room. The pool area, powder room, so that you can use the bathroom out at the pool area and not have to come inside and drip all over the place in your wet bathing suits. So we also finished everything. Unlike a normal spec home where you come in and you have to build the pool, or you have to build the cabana, or you have to build the barbecue area and the bar, all of that's pre-built because, again, we were going to live here. Even the appliances, my wife is, besides a brilliant construction person, she is a superb cook. And she's had Viking appliances in every house we've ever had. She's a lover of Viking, and as a result, you'll notice the kitchen is complete. It's fully complete. And lastly, I think you'll find that the wine cellar that I fabricated myself and the display case is really custom built for me, but whoever lives in this house will get to enjoy the fruits of that.